doing? Blue Lake Casino Wave Lounge. No one's waving at me. Some of you are lounging. That's kind of like a series of steps when you like drink too much, is you're like, I'm good, and you lounge. You wave at people and you lounge. You said you were here for the comedy, thank you. You're sitting front row. You know how to do this. You're doing the thing. Did you know that really helps comedy shows when people sit front row? It's too cool, right? I have an intimidatingly bald head. Don't worry, I understand. I'm like 4 feet higher than you, super bald. I look like the new Alien movie, you know? Which they should have kept Ridley Scott in. I understand. I agree. Anyone see the Alien movie? Any of them really, right? They had Alien versus Predator, which I think they named that one wrong. Because if you watch Alien versus Predator, you never actually see Predator sit down and eat a sandwich or anything. He's not eating anything. He's not a predator at all. Meanwhile, over in the Alien stuff, the alien is putting the double mouth through people. It's eating everybody. So if anything, the movie Alien versus Predator, if you're following me here, they should have named it Predator versus Alien, if anything. Hold your applause. How we doing, Victor? How we doing? This is fun. You guys can clap more. That's okay. You guys can clap. There's 2 rules. You gotta sit front row, you gotta clap, or you gotta boo. You can't stare. You gotta boo at me if I'm not doing good. This is a dark casino room. Do you think I'm really trying to fight for my image right now? You think I'm worried about the way that people are perceiving me? Come on. This is the place where anything goes. Have you been to karaoke night here? That's the thing about karaoke night and comedy night, is I don't want your feedback on either of those nights. My name's Pete. It's nice to meet you. Something you can know about me is that I'm not a fan of reincarnation. Never want to be reincarnated. You know why? Because who would ever want to repeat themselves? Did you hear the resounding applause I got for that one? I'll just do it again. My name's Pete. I never want to be reincarnated. You guys know why? Because who would ever want to repeat themselves? All right, no one's clapping. We can do this all night. It is crazy. I have advanced baldness going on. It's extra. It's you guys wish you could do this. I look like Mr. Unclean, if anything. Am I right? I'm like if 2 different paper towel logos had sex. You know, that would be me. America's gonna invade my head soon for all the oil. I'm counting down. You guys ever meet a dog owner that looks like their dog? I'm a penis owner that looks like his penis, you know? All I have to do is put a dot in the center of my head and then you won't even be able to pass one of those tests. You'll be clicking on it on your computer. Which of these images has this in there? You know, this is... I came out here all the way from New Hampshire. I don't know what Old Hampshire was like, but I can tell you this. We're never going to have a new Florida. We already learned our lesson with the first one, you know? New Hampshire's interesting. They have protected lakes and stuff, you know? Until the couples get there. They have protected freshwater lakes, and so, like, you're not allowed to use an outboard motor when you're canoeing around. You have to paddle, but the same law applies to the police officers. So when they want to check your fish and game stuff, they have to paddle after you, you know? You ever get in a high-speed canoe chase? Dude, it's crazy. How many of you guys think that, like, okay, so do you guys like cops in this room? Is this a pro-policing crowd? Yeah, okay, there you go, the booing. I got let off for looking like a cop one time because I'm so bald. Do you guys wish you could be this bald? I'm so bald. The cops let me off, and it's pretty easy for me, you know, But it's more, I forget where I was going with that one. I don't know. Yeah, clap for one. Guys, it's a free show, but it is $40 if you want to leave, so keep that in mind. No, the cops, honestly, just thinking about them just now, that made me so nervous. It derailed my jokes. The cops, they show up with their badge and their uniform, right? And then they charge you money. They give you this ticket. And I think, if they're going to show up with this uniform every time, it's going to piss me off every time. Can we change the uniform at least? My suggestion to the Power Rangers uniform. You guys ever? I don't know. They'd still act like the police, though. We'd be dressing them up like Power Rangers. It'd be completely chaotic and ridiculous at that point. You'd hear the news, the pink Power Ranger tear gassed the protest today, right? Hey, who am I kidding? If we're calling the police Power Rangers, I'm sure we'd all agree we'd be calling them the white Power Rangers, if anything. If you didn't laugh at that joke, you're a cop, I can tell. You have to tell us if you are. That's what... honestly, I blew a stop sign on the way here. It turned out to be some dude in a stop sign costume, but... Yeah, right? The police are always trying to get me down, dude. They're always knocking on my window. They're like, hey, you're carjacking again. I was like, my bad. I thought I was alone, They wrote right on the ticket, pretty decent exposure. This other time, I was just putting it right in the car's gas hole, Serious. Yeah, the police came rolling up. They're like, sir, pull out of the vehicle. I got an STD that night. I got really car sick. People came up to me. They're like, Peter, I heard you're dating a trans man. I said, no, a Trans Am, actually. Why are they regulating everything? I don't like it. Who's coming to what's the comedy show here? Who's coming to John Lovitz, November 6th and 7th, 7th and 8th? They're going to have John Lovitz here. You guys get your tickets? Okay, well, you can go get your tickets after this. You're at the place, you can buy them. It's going to be sweet. You guys should check it out. I think he's less bald than me, so it might not be as entertaining. But how are you doing over there? You guys coupling out? You guys friends with benefits? Yeah? No? She's got you locked down. How is it? You guys got out to the casino. Who wants to try that hard anyways, right? Dude, I can't handle, being in monogamy myself. It's kind of, I feel like, because I was a finance major, I feel like polyamory reminds me a lot of the stock market, where the polycule is getting bigger and bigger and the value is going up and up and up. But as you keep adding to the polycule, there's more and more risk associated with getting an STD or something. And you got to sell that stock before the bubble bursts, am I right? Can you tell I took finance classes at HSU? That's how they teach us, it's just comparison. I'm not friends with benefits. If anything, I'm friends with drawbacks. Sure, we had sex, but was it a benefit? I do not know. There's money missing off the dresser. Yeah, you can clap. I'm a colonizer? Yeah, I'll give anyone BV. Okay, hold your applause for that one. That's good. Where was I went to finance school at HSU. If you get a finance degree, that's the only degree they teach you how much of a mistake it is to take out all those student loans to begin with. They're always like, hey, you should value these securities. I'm like, I only value my insecurities. Am I right? Everyone's a finance person in here. I totally read the room there. That's awesome. Amazing. Anyone into astrology, stars, planets, moons? Do you like moons? Are you worried about the upcoming moon war? Do you use moon currency? Do you use Earth dollars? Do you spend Starbucks? Is that it? You're a Starbucks lady. That's what's going on. Could you imagine if antennas just sprouted from my head? It wouldn't surprise anyone. I always wanted to date an alien, but just so that I could be the same kind of deadbeat boyfriend that I am on Earth, but this time in outer space, right? You just do the same stuff, but you get to borrow a flying saucer. Where am I missing the mark here? This is going to be awesome. I think it would be cool. I bet you all her friends would judge her probably for dating an Earthling. It's hard to find work in outer space. I could just hang out and drink and borrow the UFO all day. I like my femalians like I like my golf courses. 18 holes, you know? I was at Planet Fitness earlier, or as some of you might call it, the shower. I was hanging out with all the bald dudes over there. We all hang out, we group like molecules and atoms. We just float. All our heads touch together and we exchange electrons. And if you see more than 5 bald dudes at a Planet Fitness, I guarantee you the shower drains are clogged. So keep that in mind. Never date a guy who goes to Planet Fitness, because that means not only does he have a small piece, but he's also poor, you know? So I knew this one couple, they did CrossFit. What's that, a Christian workout regimen? They used to work out every day, but then they broke up. That's one day they didn't work out, you know. Did I lose everyone? I feel like I lost everyone. Did I lose everyone? Like, what if a UFO landed out front right now and a bunch of buff aliens came out of it and they were like, we come from Planet Fitness. Take me to your Peter. He's with my ex, the female alien with 18 holes. She says she's happier now. Aliens are moist. I think we can all agree that aliens are moist. There we go, I fixed it. Now people are happy to hear the word moist. I fixed the problem. Moist is a good word again. Anyone here from Eureka? The fishing community. I think we got a bunch of people out here all across Humboldt. If someone points at you and goes, that man gave me crabs, it's a good thing. It means you have employment. I think it's funny that they have a vacuum cleaner brand named Eureka. It's like they were naming the company and they're like, guys, quick, what sucks more than anything? We'll name it Eureka. Eureka sucks. If you don't believe me with that premise, I just gotta warn you, there's another town called Oric very close by. And it sucks too. I got a Roomba. That's another vacuum cleaner company. I got a Roomba one time for Christmas. And like, it's cool because they're just like a stray dog. You know, you just set it loose on your floor and it eats all the stuff off your floor. And then you have to like check on it rarely, you know, it'll take care of itself. And I was like, oh man, it was fun. I got this Roomba, I'm like setting it loose in my house and stuff. And I don't know if you guys have ever really dabbled, but when I have, I always got into some cocaine whenever I do drugs. I don't know, so sue me. Do I not look like a guy who would do cocaine? I feel like the guy who sells it on Marvel movies. They have a scene where you go pick up drugs with some guy that looks like this, and then I get shot up by like the Green Bullet or whatever. Too many names of people. They have too many names of all these different heroes, right? And you know what else has too many names? Too many names of strains. You have all these different strains of weed, but only 2 strains of cocaine. Do you have it or not? Those are the 2. Why'd you bring it up if you don't have any? And then they make you do it off a mirror, so you have to look at yourself at the same time. That's a great... The only thing better would be like a tablet PC, because then I can look up help for my problem at the same time. I always wanted to work at a mirror store. That's something I could really see myself doing. I'm going pretty fast. You guys all, everyone's buckled right now, right? I used to smoke, I still smoke tons of dabs, but I used to make dabs back in the day, and I find these old dabs kicking around. I try to smoke them, see if they're still potent, you know? But my bong's always up the stairs. So I go up my stairs to grab my bong, but I drop the dabs, at which point I no longer had my old dab, but I had a brand new step dab. Almost as cool as the original. You guys can boo when I do that too, don't worry. Thank you. So I go running up the stairs to grab my mirror. I trip on my step dab. The cocaine goes everywhere. The Roomba sucks it all up. Now it's going straight up the wall instead of going over the floor. I'm like, Roomba, get down from there. And it's like, give me more cocaine. And I'm like, you get more cocaine when you're done cleaning my house. Which is what I used to tell my ex-girlfriend all the time. It was crazy deja vu. I always think it's funny though when you have to look in the mirror and then you're like, hey, there's my evil twin. But if you're the one putting a straw in your nose and then that reflection just has to do what you're doing, maybe you're the evil twin, right? My evil twin is really good at parking because he's from a parallel dimension. You're jealous of how bald I am. I'm not allowed within 500 feet of schools of fish. Yeah, I don't go on boats anymore because of that. All right, we got some fantastic performers. Thanks for sticking around. If you guys have had any fun so far, we got a tip jar right here. I'm gonna hog it all. No one's touching it except for me. I'm spending it on drugs later, so you can do that. This next comedian has been working really hard for months straight. This is pretty much her big premiere show, so it's really exciting for all of you. Let's make some noise for the wonderful comedy stylings of Lilith Bloom.
So I do have cancer, which is why I struggle with everything. There will be a joke about that soon. And that's also why I'm going to be reading off my phone, because I can't remember shit. I'm also autistic, which means I really, really like trains. But I think trains need to meet like a certain criteria to be good. They need to serve their community. They need to have accommodating interiors. And they need to have the ability to handle really massive loads. And I think that's why, for my special interest, we as a community should run a train on me. I won a slut competition at one of our local bars, and it involved a lot less genital kissing than I had hoped. I just had to wear a mesh outfit and I won. I've learned the unhard way that a lot of erectile dysfunction is actually just the after effects of coke dick. And every time I deal with coke dick, it's like I started a mission in Skyrim and automatically failed it without even knowing. I don't know what to do with it. It's just there. It flops over. It's useless. They still want me to suck it for 2 hours. On the topic of sucking, every time I'm in threesomes with two guys, I make them touch tips in my mouth. It's my own little perversion. It's fun. I'm not the brightest person or the handiest person, but I can give pretty enlightening handies. And like, I can't change a light bulb, but a handyman can. And if I jack off all tradesmen, they'll change my light bulbs for me. Thank you. So I got diagnosed with cancer, and that's led to some really interesting doctor's appointments. It's become a thing with my gynecologist that every time he pulls out of me, he just gives me a high five now. And I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about a senior citizen pulling out of my exam and like giving me a high five. But it's like the second time. It's our thing now. Another one of my doctors told me to open my mouth and say ah, and I did. And then he told me I was really easy to intubate with his cock down my throat, and that was a bit odd to say. One of my favorite doctors had me on the biopsy table and the anesthesia wasn't working, so he was stabbing me repeatedly and calling me a good girl, and that really did some things for me. On the topic of my long list of health issues, I've been on Ozempic for a while. Went from a size 18 to a size 10. It's real weird. But I've realized that Ozempic is just a human grade degreaser. You guys can laugh more, it's funny. I got loose skin now. I have a lot of fun on Saturday nights, and a lot of that fun involves a lot of Astroglide, which by the end of a Saturday night, I feel like my body has become like a 1% Astroglide, which is about a pound of lube. My blood type has changed from an O to an A for Astroglide, and Sunday morning, I need a hazmat crew to clean me out. And some of these guys are really like testing the limits of a copper IUD. And this past month, I was about a week late, and I was honestly expecting a school bus full of kids to come out. On the topic of that, my father told me on my prom night that I get more ass than a toilet seat, which I did have 3 women as dates for prom, and I didn't succeed in giving anyone a prom night baby, but I did try my hardest. I went to Cal Poly and I got a degree in communication, but I left with a master's in manipulation. And the way I learned to manipulate men was by watching my dad's girlfriends manipulate him. And the first man I learned to manipulate was my father. The next man I will manipulate will be your father. And what his girlfriends only ever did is they just held his bicep and called him a big, strong man and got anything they wanted. So all I have to do is hold a man's bicep and call him a big, strong man and get more than my furniture rearranged. And here's your host back.
Hey. Oh, yeah. Great job. Oh, yeah. Let's keep it going one more time for Lilith Bloom, everybody. Oh. You can see her Saturday night performing stand-up comedy at Tish Tang Campground in Willow Creek for Eclectic Farms. It's going to be at 2 in the morning. Should be fun, guys. You guys stay up till 2 in the morning? I try not to. This is fun. I kind of like that there's not a lot of stairs in casinos. You guys walk up these stairs and you have your knees killing you. My knees have been killing me ever since I had ACL surgery. Has anyone in the room ever had ACL surgery? For those of you who are unaware, it stands for Adjusted Cock Length Surgery. Now it's so heavy, carrying it around all day, man, my knees are killing me from my ACL surgery. This chick took one look at it. She's like, Peter, I want to make a mold of it. I was like, why? It's covered in mold already, you know? Now it gets longer, it gets shorter. I guess you could say I'm uncertain sized. Guys, let's keep that energy going for Travis.
All right, give it up for our host, guys. Bringing us all this energy. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. Thanks for coming out. Love you guys. Love you guys. So yeah, I'm Travis Cairns. I'm from Crescent City, California, or as the French call it, Croissant Chité. Let me get this out of the way so you can see me better. There we go. Oh yeah. Oh, fuck. Working on it, guys. Working on it, guys. You guys ever do dumb stuff to avoid a workout, you know? And here's one I did the other day. you gotta get a sweat on, right? So it's a workout. So what I did was I poured a really hot bath and then made some really hot coffee and then just about died. It's wild getting that dehydrated in like a small body of water. It's pretty crazy. Using my crutches over here. I've been working on some new stuff I want to share with y'all. I don't remember shit so great because these gray hairs are real. So from Crescent City, I a little rural. I work on a crab fishing boat. Got some wacky nicknames like Crab Hands, not because I'm a lobster, but because of severe tendonitis. It's like, sorry, can't come to disc golf, guys. I got crab hands, and they just started fucking calling me that. But it could be worse. I've had worse nicknames. So I'm a locavore. For those of you who don't know that word, a locavore is someone who eats things that are like locally grown, right? That said, I will date a girl from out of town. And if you are what you eat, I guess I'm something of a pussy, guys. And I guess I'm a little bit of an asshole. But only if I really like her. All right. It's funny, using the notes, I crack myself up sometimes because I'll create little shorthand versions totally remember what that means. The other day I was looking at my comedy notes and I'm like, what the hell does knob to the dick mean? Suicide knob to the dick. What? I had somebody say one time, that sounds like a great time. I'm like, no, you weirdo. But basically, we got some funny place names up in Crescent City. We don't call shit what it is, It's I was born at a hospital called Seaside Hospital. So, of course, Suicide Hospital. It's Sutter Coast. Coder close, Fun fact, we actually had a Dr. Slaughter at one of those for a while. That's fun. Hey, who you're going under the knife? Who's your surgeon? Oh, Dr. Slaughter. It's isn't that a bad guy from G.I. Joe cartoons or some shit? I don't know, man. But yeah. There's an overlook up there where you could look down at the beach. It's called the Crescent Beach Entrance Overlook, whatever. We just call it Pecker's Knob. Literally, there's this rocky outcropping, and they built this little thing so you don't fall off and die and sue somebody. And we still call it Pecker's Knob, not the fucking whatever the hell overlook or whatever. So that's always kind of fun, right? So as a local guy, it's a notorious makeout spot because it's up out in the middle of nowhere. There's so many people from up there probably conceived up there, which is fun too. It's not the only place name. It's weird. What's the next town north? It's a little teeny thing where Pelican Bay is, right? Everybody knows Pelican Bay, right? Well, what's the name of that town? Anybody know? Yeah, Fort Dick. Exactly. And so me, I grew up there, man. I love the place. I love, I like to call it Nell Dork County, and I love it all the way from the knob to the dick, Oh, man. Oh, all right. So somebody said Fort Dick. Do you know the road everybody lives on? No. Moorhead Road. So you could conceivably pick up a gal and be like, hey, where do you live? Fort Dick. Oh, you could actually get head on Moorhead anyway. Oh, man. Hell, if you plan your night right, you could start off at the knob and then get head at the dick. I don't know. Whatever, man. I write this stuff. I didn't write that stuff. Oh, shoot. So, yeah, I missed a chance to be Star Wars royalty, y'all. Right? Seriously, how they shot all the Moon of Endor stuff up in the redwoods, north of here? Well, not too far from up there. Well, shit, man. There was an open casting call back when they were doing all of that. And they're looking for people under 5 foot tall who could move, right? And I earned these short legs from my 4'11" mom, who was a gymnast and a fucking mascot at one point, right? And she didn't answer the call. And I've always been so bummed out because I'm like, dude, how cool would it be to be sitting with your kids someday and be like, hey, you see that fuzzy little bastard up there just fucking stabbing a guy in the eyeball with a stick? That's your grandma, Just throwing rocks at stormtroopers. That's grandma, man. And they got that cute little yup thing that they do and all that stuff, which sounds nothing like our tribal language. Because I don't know if you know, guys, but I'm mixed. I'm actually part local native, member of the Yurok tribe, which adds a whole layer to the Ewok thing, right? Because how to be a Yurok Ewok? I mean, shit, dude, that rhymes. That's great, right? I mean, there's other tribes that are even funnier. Like there's a tribe called the Miwok, a Miwok Ewok. Oh my god, dude, I want to say that 10 times fast just for shenanigans. It's good shit. Oh, I tell you. But it was tough. It was tough growing up with a Jedi-ass mom, you know? Freaking, you'd be out, like, about to do some teenage dirty work, right? And, like, maybe, you know, she senses a disturbance in the Force and catches you, about to do something nasty. And you're like, you got to use the Jedi mind trick back, guys. You got to be like, hey, these are not the porno mags you're looking for. Right? There you go. Exactly. Yeah, I tell my kid all the time. She tries to fuck with me. Like, you got to do this if you want to, like, Anyway, so I love comedy, guys. Been doing it for a couple years now. I realized at some point though that comedy is a lot like sex, right? Stand-up comedy. Just hear me out. Especially for the guys, because it's like when you're a guy, when you're first starting out, you're totally fine doing like your 5 minutes, 10 minutes for free, right? You are, please, 5 minutes for free. Hell yeah, right? But then if you start getting really good at it, all of a sudden people are paying to watch you do it, right? And then when you really make it, you got fuckers like back at home streaming your stuff like in their own bathrooms. It's really something else. It's really something else. Oh shit. Yeah. What else have I? What is all this? What is all this? I don't even know. Oh man. So speaking of sex, you guys ever get like really, really hard up? It's been a while. I'm not sure what the.
I just work security for Tom Segura in Alaska. I just work security.
Okay.
Tom Segura, right?
Okay, dude. You see what I'm doing right
What
now?
is that the price of acid in China?
Okay. Well, that happened. All right. Cool. So anyway. So you ever been hard up, and like, say maybe like your friendly local homeless person starts looking kind of good, you know what I mean? Or maybe that guy. And you pull over there and it's like, hey man, Stinky Esmeralda's wearing her good shorts today. Huh, I don't know. And you stop the car and you realize you can smell her through the window. And you're like, what am I doing? Well, I gotta tell you guys, there's a certain way to avoid this sorts of shenanigans. It's basically masturbation, right? But there's a certain like way of thinking about it, because it's like, what do they call it? When a guy, you get done and you're like, wait a second, I fucked up. What is this? What happened? And it's at that moment afterwards. They call it post-nut clarity, right? And so I tell you guys, to avoid all those coyote, ugly, chew your arm off moments, you got to practice my patented CPNC plan, the constant post-nut clarity. If you take care of it, you're not going to like try to talk some weirdo into taking care of it for you and create a bunch of problems in your life. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Exactly. See, yeah, she knows what I'm talking about. Because, yeah, exactly. It can get kind of weird. And of course, then getting a little older, I don't know if you could tell, but I'm in my 40s. And these gray hairs are real, man. And you got to be a little careful out there sometimes, because it's kind of wild. Somebody's talking about losing weight before. And I once dated this gal who, I shit you not, had lost an entire her of weight, Like, got down to about like $120, and she wasn't very tall. I'm just like, where was the other 120? Holy crap. And like, cute, we're having fun, hit it off. And like, us people over 40, sometimes it's hard to wait for a third date, right? And so stuff's happening, right? And things are coming off, all the stuff that straps everything in, and then pretty soon, there's so much loose skin, guys. I swear to God, it was like getting humped by like a horny flying squirrel. Whew. Thank you. It was fun, but whoa. Oh man. And so, I'm open-minded. I once dated a trans boy, and that was kind of fun. Pre-ops, all girl parts, right? But I was wondering, it's like, if you're dating like a trans person, is it? Do you say like a them friend or they friend? No. What do you say, guys? What do you say? Depends on the person. Well, usually, I know a lot of people say partnered, right? But me, dude, I'm a big old geek. I play Dungeons and Dragons. I freaking like watch anime and stuff. I don't want a part nerd. I want a full nerd, dude. I want somebody who wants to stay home and like do dorky shit and like watch videos and all that jazz. You know what I mean? I don't know. Anyway. And besides, honestly, I think kind of, while in the ballpark there, I was kind of thinking, like, it'd be kind of fun if, like, if we had more pronouns for everybody, right? I think my favorite was, like, for, like, a redneck, you know? I was thinking redneck pronouns. That'd be great, right? Like, hi, my name's Tony, and my pronouns are she. Or stoner pronouns, maybe. Hey, man, what are your pronouns? Dude. Huh? Anyway. Think that's my time, guys. But anyway, CPNC, keep it clear, guys. You don't want to wind up with Stinky Esmeralda. Thanks, guys.
Let's keep it going one more time for Travis, everybody. Oh, how we feeling? How we feeling tonight? You guys can be honest. How you feeling? You feeling like putting $20 in the tip jar? Good feelings. I like those feelings, guys. 30, even better. Ooh. I know I look like I'm hopelessly single, but actually I'm happy to say I've got my old girlfriend coming by here tonight at the show. She's not my ex, she's just 97 years old. She's my old girlfriend. Gotta sign her out of the home with a clipboard. Good thing there's handicap accessible seating here, right? How we doing? This is, if I don't like dating much older women, or as we were listening before, femalians, you guys, you're getting tested on this later, I hope you know. The third variety of dating I'm really into, can you guys even just guess the kind of, Men. Yeah, I'm into a lady with a big dude. I'm into couples, right? That's what I'm into. Look out. I'm not into women at all. I'm into women and men at the same time, right? Things get weird. Get them real weird. Well, okay. We can forget my material and laugh at your joke instead. We'll just do that instead of the old girlfriend jokes. You guys are, now I remember. My favorite kind of woman to date is a woman with a screw loose. I'm not saying anything about the women, I'm saying about me, right? They gotta be, I wish they had a dating app for me, something titled like, instead of like Tinder or Farmers Only, something like Crazy For You, And it's for finding, you don't swipe based on what these women's faces or bodies look like, you swipe based on pictures of their bedroom floor. And then you know what kind of crazy you're getting into based on the debris or over-cleaning, right? Because there's a spectrum to everything. People are always seeing me with the women I'm dating. They're like, are you driving these women crazy, or are you just finding every crazy woman in town to date? And I'm like, that's not mutually exclusive. I can drive a crazy woman crazier than she started off. Pretty chaotic, yeah. You think? It's kind of like Scared Straight, You think that you're crazy. Wait till you date this guy named Peter Nelson. I feel like in the woke movement and stuff, or is it the woke movement, or I don't know what, I feel like people are, I'm too sensitive to say my own name because my last name is an N-word, Nelson. And then my first name has a hard R at the end. It makes me very uncomfortable. But then I just have to remember that I can say Nelson because I am one of them. Where my Nelsons at? Nelson, please, I'm gonna be dead face down in the parking lot after the show if you want an autograph. Just kidding. I'm gonna be doing, I got signed for a TV series in about 6 months. You'll all be able to catch me on Intervention, yeah. I'm kidding. I'm gonna be on To Catch a Predator. Have you been listening to my material? You guys ever see an anthropomorphic Q-tip perform stand-up comedy before? Markle, start walking to the stage. It takes you 5 whole minutes. You're on next, right? Is it you next? It is. It's not you next? Tell me how to do this show. Markles, you're on next. The napkin, the rapture happened and all the Bibles went with it. Now we're just writing down facts on napkins. Guys, while he's coming up, this next comedian has been working really hard, not with an erection or anything, but he's been doing so much stand-up comedy. I love his writing. He started off as a classic and has stayed a classic the whole time. Let's make some noise for Markle's Money Scratcher, everybody.
All right, hey everybody, let's make some noise for making some noise, huh? Yeah. All right, let's keep it going for keeping it going, huh? All right, hey, let's give it up for giving it up. Yeah. All right, hey, it's really good to be here with you tonight at the Blue Lake Casino, you know. I was thinking the Blue Lake Casino, you know, they could it'd be kind of fun if they put a sign out here by the exit that said, better luck next time. Yeah, Blue Lake Casino, I roasted you, you're on fire, boom. Blue Lake Casino. Hey, my name is Markles. Full name is Markles Money Scratcher, and I perform stand-up comedy so that I'm not the only one who has to suffer for my art. For example, I was reading the instructions on this package, and it said, store in a cool, dry place. And I was like, how am I supposed to keep corn flour in my sense of humor? How does that work? Yeah, boo yourself. You had your time. I'll let you know when I put you in the act, okay, Pete? Yeah, so anyways, you guys ever have these silly thoughts? Like, I have all these silly thoughts. Like, you ever might wonder things to yourself, like, how many bottles of baby oil can they press from one baby? I mean, really, like, how many dehydrated babies are in a jar of baby powder? I mean, just... All right. You guys know that baby shampoo? It's called No More Tears shampoo. Yeah? It does not fucking help depression at all. I tell you. Yeah, I was diagnosed with dyslexia, you guys, when I tried to kill myself. Yeah, I threw myself behind a bus. Yep. And would you believe that I accidentally secondhand smoked some meth at a bus stop? Yeah. And I'm a mouth breather, so I got the flavor. It tasted like tingling and addiction and metal. And I gotta say though, I was not mad at the woman smoking it because, you know, she lives there. It's her rules. Fucking respect. Yeah, Pete's laughing at that one. Oh, you guys, you know, it's the little things that mean a lot. Am I right? Huh? Like I'm super awkward, in case you couldn't tell. So, like, I'll be out someplace and I'll get in some woman's way, and then I like, oh, I'm sorry, I did not mean to get in your way. And then she says, oh, you're fine. And then the rest of the day, I'm all happy because a woman said I'm fine. Or the little things mean a lot, like at the store when the credit card machine says approved, I'm all happy for the rest of the day because I'm always seeking approval. Yeah, okay. We don't have a stool up here, do we? Okay. You guys ever feel like a bicycle, huh? Yeah? Sometimes, you know, you feel like a bicycle when you're too tired. She gets it. Yeah, I'm 60 years old now, and that's 60 going on 12. and it's a really, really tough age. So I identify as 25 now, and yeah, and I'm gonna try to get my act together in the next 40 years. We'll just see how that goes. Like I was thinking about going to cosmetology school, you know, learning skincare, become a licensed esthetician, and then I could get paid to give people facials all day. Damn, that's a good joke. All right. Sorry. Yeah, you know, I got a lot of problems, and I got to say, you know, one of them is I'm busy and lazy. It's a really, really tough combination, being busy and lazy. I was gonna make a bumper sticker that says "procrastinate later," but I never got around to it. All right, you guys are all right. I tell you what, give yourselves a round of applause, huh? Bring some energy into the room, huh? Yeah, thank you. That's some pandering for you. I was this place. There was somebody wearing a T-shirt that said "Question Authority" on the T-shirt. Have you ever seen that? T-shirts that say "Question Authority." Yeah, I was all like, who gives this T-shirt the authority to tell me to question authority? I guess it worked. Yeah. Okay, you guys been in Arcata, right? Has anybody else here seen that store that only sells socks? It's called OMG Socks. It's right off the plaza in Arcata. Yeah. I went in and I talked to the guy, and like, he's a retired attorney who opened a store that only sells socks. I was like, dude, nothing screams money laundering louder in Humboldt County than a retired attorney who opens a store that only sells socks. I mean, come on. Yeah. And then I went over by the Arcata Community Center, right? And the Arcata Community Center, they had a sign for a quilt show, you know, for those homemade quilts that people make. But I thought it said guilt show. So I go in there and it was a huge disappointment. Yeah. All right, you guys know over here in Eureka, right? The AA Bar and Grill. Yeah, am I the only one that thinks that's where you should go when recovery is just not cutting it? I'm always looking for loopholes, you guys, I swear to God. And I told you, you know, I'm going to try to get my act together. So I've got this 5-year plan. And I've been going to the gym almost every day for 4 years. This is true. My plan is to keep this pace up for 1 more year and then just completely let myself go. Yeah. But I have lost 40 pounds, you guys. Thank you. Thank you. I just want to tell you, though, that last 5 pounds of microplastics in my testicles is the fucking hardest to get rid of. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I know I'm looking at my notes, but I really wanted to keep you guys entertained instead of losing everything. But let's see, where are we at? Okay, so I'm recovering from surgery right now, you guys. Yeah. I had my perineum removed. Yep, that's right, I no longer have a gooch. But you can find me on OnlyFans at Untainted Love. That's a good joke. Yeah. And I have worked in the adult entertainment industry too, you guys. You know, like I used to get together with these people and we made a Vietnam War anal sex movie. You might have heard of it. It's called A Prolapse Now. It's based on the novella Shart of Darkness. Horror. Okay, no movie fans. All right, I get you. Hey, let's give ourselves a hand, huh, you guys, huh? Yeah, that was my porn shit. Would you believe that my career as a stripper never worked out? Yeah, it didn't last long. It was like only 2 days. And the problem was the audience, they kept yelling, "Leave it on." All right, you guys, I'm sorry. It failed because I lack daddy issues. Okay, I'm sorry, that's a lie. I have a lot of daddy issues, obviously. But I gotta say, back in the day, I thought it was unfair that I got tipped $1 for every 80 cents a woman earned. I thought that's not right. But then I was like, hey, but what can I, just one male stripper, what can I do to help make a difference, right? I mean, I've been an ally with the feminist movement for a long time. So you guys know what I did? I tried running for public office. But my dyslexia ruined my chances at having a political career because I was out on the campaign trail kissing hands and shaking babies. It was a fucking nightmare. Kind of like this set. Yeah, my staff, they came to me and they said, we need a campaign slogan, right? So we worked on some things with family values, and my staff came to me and they said, Mr. Money Scratcher, sir, it seems there's more interracial babies now than ever before, right? So we came up with, since there's more interracial babies now, perhaps humanity will fuck our way out of all this bigotry and hatred yet. And that, my friends, is the kind of movement I can really get behind, if you know what I'm saying, huh? Huh? Yeah? All right, give yourselves a round of applause. Oh, you guys, let's see. I do love to write dirty jokes, and I just love it, and I have a very hard time minding my P's and Q's, you know, so, of course I developed an alphabet fetish. And I'm just happy to say that I've been accepted into the LMNOP community. All right, well, I'll tell you what, I think that if your mom or dad had a sex change operation, but they never told you about it, they failed at being a transparent. And transparents need visibility. Think about it. All right, you guys asked for it. So, stay with me, okay? I identify as black now. Hear me out. Only below the waist, okay? You see, that way we get to keep all the unmerited, unearned privilege up here. And you get to keep your affirmative action right here, if you know what I'm saying, huh? Yeah. Hey, it worked for Elvis Presley. Thank you very much. I tell you, I don't judge people, you guys. I really don't. I don't judge people. I go straight to blame. Like, you know, you meet somebody, they're like, oh, I'm keeping it real. And then you're like, yeah, you're keeping it real fucked up. Or you say hello, and then you get to know them, and you say, hell no. But I gotta say, you know, I'm not a monster, you guys. I really do have an affection for people in my life. So I like to ask questions, you know, get to know people. So I was asking questions like, do you know what your problem is? Do you know what's wrong with you? It never worked out that well. So I studied nonviolent communication, you guys. Has anybody here heard of nonviolent communication? Clap your hands. All right, a few people. It's also called compassionate communication. And basically, when something happens and you have to talk with somebody about it, you say what happened, how you feel about it, what needs were met or unmet. And then this is the important point, you guys. You ask them an empowering question. So now I just ask people, would you be willing to go fuck yourself? I know that was a long way to get to that one. You guys want to hear an impression? You like impressions? Yeah, my friend Josh Ruffs has a great joke. He says, you like impressions? Why? All right, you guys, here's John Wayne. I'm just lousy at taking shit off assholes. No, he's like, no, I'm sorry, I fucked that up, you guys. Like, how is John Wayne like cheap toilet paper? I fucked that up so bad. All right. So this is my impression of how John Wayne is like cheap toilet paper. Yeah, I'm just lousy at taking shit off assholes. You guys get it. Okay, so you ever bought 30 rolls of toilet paper and really felt like now I really clearly my life has direction and purpose? It's very affirming. All right, let's see. Baby fight. You guys want to hear about the baby fight? There was this woman on the bus talking about she got charged with getting in a fight with the baby. I did not make this up. So I was like, how can I spin this into comedy gold for your amusement, right? So I was like, I don't know. Geez, maybe the candy was too tempting. Perhaps she had to prove who the bigger baby is, or I don't know. I wasn't there. Maybe the baby started it. I just don't know. Okay, I'm going to skip all this stuff because I'm running out of time. But let's see what to leave you guys with. Yeah, I'll just keep on going with this. So I got off the bus that day, and I'm walking home, and I'm like, well, there's more homeless women in my neighborhood now than there have ever been before, and I'm kind of lonely, and it's like maybe I could try getting a feral girlfriend. You know, I could start out, feed her treats, and gain her trust, pay for her shots, and get her fixed. If she's into that, because eugenics is not funny, you guys. Yeah, so maybe a good deworming if she needs it. I don't know. But yeah, you know, don't worry though. I'm not going to let her come inside. We're not going to have any drama, no romance, no shame. We'll just have sex out by the dumpsters like normal people. That's not a good way to leave you guys. Really quick, do I have how much more time? That's it? All right, well, I'll tell you this. From my very first set that I ever did doing stand-up comedy, you guys, I found out that Walmart started selling sex toys. That's right. Their website says they offer shame day delivery. It's true. But I have a problem with their free 90-day returns because there's just no thrill from taking a risk. Am I right? All right, well, I'll tell you this. I am waiting for a clearance sale on those return vibrators because I'm cheap, okay? All right, well, I'll just tell you this. The jewelry department, they will not resize cock rings either, so don't even ask. They're not fucking having it. But I'll tell you this. I was really nervous when I left Walmart because the last time I was there, I almost got caught shoplifting a string of anal beads. The hard way. All right, I'm going to leave you with this. Just remember, with Walmart sex toys, it's not the size of your shopping list. It's how well you load that cart, you guys. All right, my name's Markle's Money Scratcher. Let's welcome back to the stage Pete Nelson. Thank you.
Let's keep going one more time for Markle's Money Scratcher. Honestly, I'd rather he's scratching his money, right? I'd rather he got to scratching some other things. He could be scratching. Do they have scratch tickets here? I feel like that'd be superfluous, right? You don't really need, that'd be great. It's like, hey, right before you go, $1 scratch ticket if you want. It's like, I gotta go home, come on. You guys, y'all from around here? Y'all, where are you from? Wisconsin, and here I thought it was hell. That's really far away, and I'm sure everyone mentions cheese because they don't see you as having more of an identity as coming from Wisconsin, right? Yeah. You were saying something, but I was talking over you because as a man, you know, I just have to talk over everyone around me. I'm from New Hampshire. You've heard my set once a really long time ago. Sorry if you've heard this one before. All right, yeah, I'm from New Hampshire. It's weird. The schooling out here is weird, but like in New Hampshire, it's different. I think every state has different weird schooling, right? In New Hampshire, they teach you the state motto at a really young age, and I think it's crazy because the state motto is live free or die in the state of New Hampshire. So I think for second graders, that's pretty damn heavy to be teaching us and putting in our brains. And it's because it's the state motto, live free or die, they have weird laws. Like, you don't have to wear a motorcycle helmet in New Hampshire. It's crazy. It's one of the last states you don't have to. But when you're in second grade, you have to take the state test. And so your teacher teaches you the state motto, like, hey, live free or die. You got to know that as a second grader. But if you know your history, one of our second grade teachers in New Hampshire was actually the astronaut Krista McAuliffe that died in the Challenger explosion. Yeah, no, she came from my home state, and so we had like a little planetarium, the Krista McAuliffe Planetarium and stuff, and she was one of our teachers, so it was actually really brought it home for us as students, because like for me, I just had to imagine for her class, she came in one day, went, hey kids, live free or die, and then she took off on a spaceship and exploded. I think it's because she wasn't wearing her helmet. You know, New Hampshire, you guys got to visit New Hampshire. It's so nice. It's so nice. It's great. It's been around since a very long time ago. I know what's new about it. We should just call it Other Hampshire, Other Mexico. Over there, Dakota. Over there, Virginia. You know, who needs the directions? You just don't want them near you. We get it. Guys, this next comedian just finished his headlining gig over at the Arcade of Vets Hall, which you can check out every Thursday. Let's make some noise for Humboldt's original, James Wiley Richards.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's true, that is my name. I am James Wiley Richards. Hello. I'm going to tell some jokes, but first I just want to tell you a little bit about me so we can get to know each other and we're not like strangers, because it's weird if I just talk to you and you don't know anything about me. Let's see. I was fired recently. It's true. I was fired recently and my boss fired me. I don't know why that's funny. It was insensitive. My boss fired me. I work as a cannonball. Sexual harassment. This is what happens when you try and shoot your shot with a coworker. Sexual harassment. All I was trying to do is get her interested in me to spark. And what happened? Everything exploded. I lost my job. I lost my house. My wife found out. She went ballistic. She took the grenades. Those are my kids. Do you know how hard it is to find work as a cannonball? I've been applying to bowling alleys. And I got into this business to maim and murder sailors. And now little kids like to touch me on their birthday. This is what woke culture does to perfectly fine munitions like me. I used to walk down the street, people would duck out of my way. Now what am I? The gutter ball. I had to move back in with my parents. This is all true. I live with my dad now. It's okay, I like my dad. We go shopping separately though. I was buying some groceries and this is a true story, by the way. It has no real point. I was buying some groceries. I bought some bananas. When I got home, turns out my father also went shopping. He also bought bananas. Now we have a lot of bananas in the kitchen. What's the most amount of bananas you've ever seen outside of a supermarket? You can't top my dining room table. And I don't know how we're gonna make it. We're just two guys. I really don't. I'm open to suggestions if anyone in the crowd has any. The problem is I have a lot of bananas. I don't want them to go to waste. What do I do? What do me and my father do? Does anyone have any clue what I need to do with these bananas? Anyone? I'm asking for help. Yes. Freeze them. There's not enough room in the freezer. Any other ideas? You already gave one. Does anyone else have any ideas? Banana bread. That's a good one. No, yet I don't like the idea of baking out of desperation. That seems completely counter to the whole ordeal. Well, I'm glad we agree. Anyways, what I've been doing recently, I've just been working at it bit by bit until at some point we will vanquish our foe. Yes, it's a problem, and I'm working on it. Every 30 minutes, I have to eat a whole banana, or else this one's already kind of going bad. Thank you. You're too kind. I'm sorry, I shouldn't let this get in the way of our night tonight, but I don't know, I have problems at home and I'm trying to solve them the best as I can. I'm trying to ameliorate the situation. You know what, fuck this. No, I don't have to eat this banana on stage right now. This is our time. Don't let me forget where I put it. One time I flew and I had to go to an airport to do that. I was going through TSA at the airport. I was going through security. I passed through the x-ray machine. They stopped me. I look at the little readout and there's this big red dot over my crotchal area. I've never been happier. I'm not joking. I've lived a long life. That makes me smile the most out of all my memories. I wish I had my phone on me. I would have FaceTimed all my exes. Look at this. See that? TSA thinks it's big enough. They're registering it as a potentially lethal weapon. Look at it. I talked to some officers. They want me to stow it beneath the plane. Take me back. Here's my problem with that, though. When that happens, they gotta pat you down. And here's my problem with what happened. I got a guy. He wasn't thorough, and he was not into it. I don't mean sexually. I mean as a matter of protocol. I could have had a whole knife taped to my taint. He wouldn't have known. He didn't check. I wanted to ask him, sir, how did you even get this job? I mean, what does national security mean to you, sir? You think you're wearing that blue button up and that tie for nothing? What did 9/11 mean to you, sir? Touch me. I was worried flying. What if some bad guy was going through and he got that same officer that I got? Could have had anthrax in his asshole. No one would know. So I'm a patriot. I did what I could. I got onto the plane and I checked myself. I went in there deep. I went into the bathroom and I was searching for a long time in my pants for any illicit material. There was no bomb, but there was an explosion. If you catch my drift. Am I right, guys? I came hard and I came a lot. I coated that toilet. They thought it was turbulence. It was me. I was at Costco recently. I shoplifted Costco because I like a challenge. CVS, that's for chumps. You're not a real thief until you could sneak a bulk box of blackberries past a century. I got caught. They caught me. Here's what happened. I was sneaking this 2-pack of dill pickles down my pants when all of a sudden, I guess I shifted or something, because just right onto the floor, it was smashed to pieces. It was embarrassing. I had a lawnmower in my back pocket, and so, I don't know, it just tipped out. Next thing I know, they're dragging me to security. They shut the door. They lock it. Strip searched. In the end, they found the muffins in my sock. Then they took out the rubber gloves. Folks, inside my asshole was the rotisserie chicken. And I know what you're thinking. My rebuttal to that, hear me out. How else am I supposed to keep it warm? I have a very long drive back to the hideout. And sometimes I get there and my dinner is downright tepid. That's no way to treat a criminal mastermind. After my grand caper? No. So I sit on it all the way. Look, it's already greased. Grow up. Speaking of my asshole, I was getting, this is where we get into jokes now of my set. Speaking of my asshole, I was recently getting fucked in it. It's true. I was getting fucked in my asshole recently. My boyfriend asked, honey, could we take a break? I said no. I wanted a couple more minutes with our puppy. How else are we supposed to tucker the little guy out? We had guests coming over that very night. All right, this is a joke. Relax. It's a joke. I'm not really gay. I also have a cat. I'm a father. I have a daughter. It was her birthday recently. She wanted to get a piercing for her first birthday. Not her first birthday, excuse me. She wanted to get a piercing, her first piercing for her birthday. So I took her to Claire's. They turned us away. Apparently they don't do clits. They're not getting my business again. I'll tell you that. I had to do it myself. She didn't want that. She wanted a stranger. Listen, how else am I supposed... I'm just trying to be a good dad. How can I say no to my daughter on her 12th birthday? Here's the moral of that story. There's a moral, all right? Some of you may know Claire's is going out of business. Which means one thing. Folks, my boycott worked. There's one thing I want you to take away from this. Is that voting with your dollar works. If we all get together, one day the mom and pop shops will rule once more. We can do our own thing. Make up our own rules about our own clips. And on that day, Nary one will go unbedazzled. I'll make sure of it. I'll start my own business. We just do clits. We take in walk-ins. So I'm single. I'm single. I jerk off. It's good. I like jerking off. I've been jerking off to a woman I've been following recently on OnlyFans. I like OnlyFans. It's good. I think that's my favorite genre, amateur porn. Because it's just simple, you know, no additives. You know, no camera, no crew. It's just farm to table jizz. That's the only way I can describe it. Excuse me, farm to table ejaculate. It's just cage-free cock and grass-fed pussy. Saving the porn industry, one load at a time. This is why I do comedy. It's so I can do this. You get a load. And you get a load. I see you. I feel like Oprah up here. You get a load. And you get a load. Everybody gets loads. Look under your chairs. More load. Oh, here's a pro tip while we're talking about it. If you're about OnlyFans, with your account, if you're with Chase, like me, and you use your rewards card on your account, you get points back at the end of the year. And it's a pretty nice rebate. It's a couple $100 for me, and I call them my cum coins. And what I do with these is I and I spend them on groceries. When I'm in the checkout line, I giggle to myself because no one knows how I accrue my purchasing power. And that really covers all my bases as a young man. Porn, free cereal, and the last one is like a warm glow inside, but I find if you have enough of the other two, you don't need it. You can skip out on that last one. I have a problem with this woman. I've been following a model on OnlyFans, currently waiting for her to break up with her boyfriend. Because, I don't know, his dick is, it's just too small for me to enjoy the videos. It's like distracting. I spend most of my time just looking at it. I mean, it's bad, man. It's flat. I've never seen one it's like a halibut. It's spindly, it's pale. He doesn't even last that long either while she's pegging him. I'd last longer. I would. I'd time myself. I'll move on. I feel like you guys are pulling away for some odd reason. Anyways, whoa. Anyways, I have to leave soon, but I'll leave you with this. I don't know. It seems like you guys didn't like my jokes very much. I'll just tell another story. I was at a party recently, and I got anxious. I was anxious at a party, so I started picturing everyone naked. Just a little thing I like to do sometimes. Nice cock, sir. Ma'am, you too. So I'm at this party. I'm picturing everyone naked, and it didn't work. I just got really in my head instead about how many pubes I should be putting onto my mother's pussy. Because it's been a while since I've seen it, and I want to stay true to the source material. Anyways, that was one of the worst funerals I've ever been to. Thank you very much. Hey, you guys are great. Thank you. We're done. I'm done talking to you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's keep it going one more time for James Wiley Richards, everybody. Pretty happy for him. He just signed a deal with a TV series. You'll be able to see him soon on Seinfeld 2. Yeah, he's gonna be the whole cast. Just him doing every part. Oh man. Happy to say, just finished filling my blow-up doll. Only took me 3 months, yeah. Yeah, I could have taken longer. You guys are right. I always wanted to run for president. I think I could fix everything, guys. Just trust me on this one. One thing I'm sick of is homophobic people, but I'm equally sick of people who speed a lot. And when I did the Venn diagram, I found out it's a circle. Yeah, turns out the homophobic people are so full of rage that it boils over on the road too, and they just speed cut everyone off, right? Which is why I propose that we make the speed limit 10 miles per hour faster for gay people. That way, all the homophobes will slow the hell down. They'll be like, don't you think for even a moment that I'm one of them? It's like, don't worry, we're in a safer world. We're in a safer world, you know? Also, if you do get pulled over speeding, they'll be like, hey, you realize how gay you were going? You know? It was pretty gay. Guys, we have another comedian coming on tonight. I've been really happy to just see everyone on the lineup tonight, because honestly, these are very hardworking comedians that come out week after week to all these different local comedy nights and been working on their set for so long. And this is a great stage for them to be able to showcase their stuff on, and they're all very proud to be able to perform for you guys tonight. This is another one of those people. Let's make some noise for Emmett, everybody.
Give it up for my N-word. Yeah, Mr. Nelson. There we go. That's right. He's my main N-word, you know? He's not my slave, but you know, he does what I tell him to. Sometimes, you know. I love Pete. He's the one, you know, making this shit happen. Let's give it up for some humble comedy people. Come on, make some noise for funny chuckles. All the people getting up here doing this. Yes, I am a stoner. I don't know. We have any pot smokers out there? Okay, do we have any former pot smokers out there? See, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I've been trying to fall asleep lately, and I think I smoked like 9,000 bong hits before like 12 p.m. I can barely breathe at night, you know, and so it's like, fuck, I gotta quit smoking weed. And it's like, all right, you quitter. Fucking, why are you such a quitter? It's like, I'm not trying to quit. I just want to breathe. Like, I don't think they make stoner apnea machines. You know, like, I know they make sleep apnea machines, but I don't think they make stoner apnea machines. And so, like, we got most people, all right, who here is not from Humboldt County? Who here has, like, lived outside of Humboldt County before? We got a few hands out there. So Humboldt County is like, kind of like a one-story county. We don't have many buildings that, you know, have elevators, right? You guys remember elevators? Who knows what an elevator is? Come on, yeah! So, my folks, you can boo this part. They have a Tesla. Boo! I keep giving them a hard time. I'm like, you need to paint an Israeli flag on that thing. No, you need to paint a Palestinian flag on that thing. I just want to piss them off like as much as I can. You know, just go fucking as far to the edge as you can. I mean, which would you be more pissed at? Seeing the Tesla with a Palestinian flag or an Israeli flag? You know that person's trying to make a statement either way. They put this bumper sticker like, we got the Tesla before we knew he was crazy. That shit that's not an excuse. Sell your fucking car. But I got some friends, hanging out with my friends, and my friends got kids. And my friends' kids are getting a tour of the Tesla, and they're all excited. And I leaned over, from the back, I was like, push all the buttons, push all the buttons. It's like when you're in the elevator, you push all the buttons before you get out. My parents are still trying to figure out how to put their Tesla back together. That kid pushed every button on that fucking console. They don't know how to drive. It's talking to them in Chinese. They're still waiting for the download. It's great. I fucking love it. I was thinking about, you know, sometimes, well, we're all going to pass, you know. Like, it's kind of sad to say, but my best friend, my dog, he just passed. Most people see me with my dog. Yeah. So I'm trying to do the funny thing right now. It's, you know, laughter and stuff like that. And it's like, you get up to the gate, you know, and you see St. James, and St. James is like, get the fuck out of here. What are you doing here? You're not allowed to be here. You're a Jew. I'm St. James. I said, I didn't realize I had the GSA pre-check, you know? Fucking, all right, you just go right to this line. And it's like, most people, you know, Jews, they get a lot of flack right now, and I get it. I mean, I give Israel a lot of flack right now. I am not about the genocide that's going on over there. And, you know, the fucking free Palestine, right? Free Palestine, right? Can we all agree on that? Free Palestine. One of the things, though, well, I'm a comedian, and so I think of dualities and stuff like that. One of the things that I think is kind of funny, though, is that we have all these LGBTQ people protesting for free Palestine. And I'm like, yo, guys, you do realize the only place you're allowed to be in the Middle East and be yourself is Israel. Like, try being an LGBTQer and being in Yemen or in Lebanon or in Jordan. Now, granted, I hate the fucking Jordanian fucking sultans, you know, the Lebanese fucking sultans. Like, no, they don't treat their people well. And we don't have much control over, you know, George Bush or Obama or Trump and shit like that. And I would tell you guys, as a Jew, most Israelis are like, fuck Netanyahu, get this dude the fuck out of here. They don't like the genocide either. But I do think it's really interesting, that duality of like, we got all these people, LGBTQ, and I'm all for it, you know, free to be you, you know. I mean, if you're gay, go suck some dicks, you know. If you're a lesbian, go scissor it out. Tranny, grow all the boobs and the penises you want, you know. Have 2 or 3 or 4. It doesn't matter to me, you know. But I think we need to, like, stop throwing stones. It's like, you know, go over to the Middle East and be LGBTQ. The only place you're welcome is Israel. And so I just, like, you know, as far as standing up for spirituality and stuff like that and freedom, that state isn't completely full with all assholes. Just the government's the fucking asshole. And that's like a little politically correct, impolitically correct rant or something like that, so people can like think about it when they're protesting these days. Because if you were to go over to Yemen and walk down the street and even try to have a dissenting opinion, you can't really do that. If you were to like hang out in, you know, Egypt or Lebanon or try to like be like, yo, I think my friend's gay. You could get in trouble just for thinking your friend's gay. So I do want people to have a little bit of compassion for that state. But free Palestine, fuck the Israeli government. They can go eat some big cocks. James, yours. They're gonna eat your cock. Fucking, we'll get Mossad in there. They'll be like, this man's got a weapon. All right, gargling down James's weapon. We'll get Lilith in there to help him out and stuff like that. I think, like, you know, it's tough being up there. You know, it's not comedy's not easy. Tough days at work, you know. And a tough day at work for, you know, someone like Lilith might be a little bit tough day for like someone that works at Safeway. Like clean up in aisle 3 for Lilith is going to be a little different than clean up in aisle 3 for the person mopping on Safeway, you know. And I do appreciate people who are givers. You know, we need the givers, you know. People who are out there walking. I tend to be a giver. I mean, like, put it on my face. You know, like what he said, if you are what you eat, you know, I'm a huge pussy. Definitely a huge pussy up here. I think about different types of, you know, like when women, they're gaslighting. Women say they're getting gaslit by men. I think women came up with gaslighting. You know, they saw their husband's penis in like the kerosene oil lamp. And I think I can see it. I think I can see it. I think I can see it. And really, ladies, any guy who's gaslighting you obviously has a small penis, right? Just think about that. The dude who's trying to gaslight you, he definitely has a small dick. That's like small dick energy. Small dick energy, you know? And it's like, whatever, you know, dick size. I don't think, you know, some women like a good 4-inch penis, you know? I've been told sometimes that I'm too big, and that sucks. Trying to make a woman scream and she's like in pain. That's not the type of screaming I'm going for. But you think about, you know, like women should have like an ID check. Like just a real quick penis ID check. Like pull it out. All right, that's gonna work. Pull it out. No, you gotta go, buddy. You know, you don't want to get done fucking having dude buy you drinks all night, take him home, and he's got like the teeny beanie. I mean, I realized I think that's why Bigfoot's in hiding. Because you know what they say, big hands and big feet, right? Not for Bigfoot. Bigfoot's got Bigfoot's got like a microphallic. You know, Bigfoot's got a teeny, and Mrs. Foot doesn't want it to get out. She don't want everybody in the forest knowing she's fucking some, you know, small penis Bigfoot, you know? Doesn't work. I was driving the other day. I looked in my rearview mirror and I was like, oh fuck, there's a cop. And I had just been smoking bong hits, like fucking pot blowing out the window. I mean, I'm driving down the highway smoking bong hits. Look up, and it made me think about, you know, like, okay, speed limit signs. If you see a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit sign, do you do 37 or do you do 43? Right? How many people go a little bit over the speed limit? We got people going over the speed limit, right? How many people go under the speed limit when we see the 40-mile speed limit sign? No? No DUIs in here? Everybody's got a good driving record? My friend calls it driving in the rear views. What's that? You know, cops. And there's, you know, definitely the different styles of driving. Like, I get out of yoga, I'm all chill. I'm all zenned out. I get on the road and I get cut off. Well, fuck you! What happened to my fucking yoga? That's why I think I'm going to come up with fuck you yoga. And it'll be like, you know, you'll be in the middle of class, in the yoga class, you'll be thinking about your fucking boss. Instead of having to, clear that shit away. Fucking Kevin can take a hike. I'm not coming in tomorrow. Fucking Kevin can eat dicks. Be able to just scream that out in yoga class and not have your other yogis freaking out. Because, you know, I mean, a fart in yoga class can really disrupt the, you know, anybody do yoga in here? Anybody fart in here? We got anybody who farts in here? Nobody farts in here? Oh, okay. It sounded like I had heard some light, like some higher pitched women. You fart, but you're admitting it? I don't think so. No. We got a bunch of liars in this room. Women don't fart. No, not at all. Women don't fart. I was up in Oregon, and I was taking my dog for a dog walk, and this other people, they had their dog. This is in Medford. Anybody ever been to Medford? As they like to call it up there, Methford. This woman was definitely part of that community. She kept on calling her, damn it, get over here. Damn it, you get back here. Damn it, load up in the car. Damn it, quit fucking around. And her dog's name was Damn It. She had named her dog Damn It. That is awesome. I think I'm gonna do that. If I get another dog, just name it some crazy thing. Like, hey, fuck you. Come here, fuck you. Fuck you, stay. Fuck you, sit down. People think I'm crazy. I guess I am a little crazy. It's all right. Most comedians are. I seen the light. I got the light. I guess my dude sees the light. Oh, no, nobody's be sad. We're here for laughter. All right. What do I got? Any more? Pot smokers? Nope. Different types of driving styles. Name their dog, damn it. Posing with a fish. Ladies, all right, I'll leave you with this. Ladies on dating sites. Tired of men posing with fish. You do realize you've taken 7 selfies in front of the toilet. We were talking about farting. That smells like poop. I see the toilet right there. I'm trying to look at how hot you are. Now I just think of how awful that bathroom smells. Ladies, if you do not want us posing with fish, take pictures outside of the bathroom. Please. All right. Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thanks for coming out to Humble Comedy. I'm going to bring my main N-word back up on the stage.
Let's keep it going one more time for Emmett, everybody. Oh! I'm sure you're wondering why I asked you all to gather here today. Oh, just kidding. This is fun. Thank you so much for coming out, guys. Don't forget to check out the website, HumboldComedy.com. Super easy to remember. Huh? The skeleton. Yeah, basically. I didn't know you knew her, though. It's Eureka. Hey, thanks for coming out. You guys smell patchouli anywhere in here tonight? I haven't really smelled too much patchouli. Did you guys know that in ancient Egypt, they would actually cover the smell of dead people with patchouli? That's why it's so strong. Nowadays, we cover the smell of grateful dead people with patchouli instead. That's fun. I've been getting crossfaded lately. You guys do that? That's when you go to 2 different churches. You get crossfaded. Yeah. I also go to 2 different banks, though, so I guess you could call me lender fluid. Wow, guys, let's make some noise for our next comedian. Put your hands together for Terry Alexandria!
Hi, everyone. I'm Jane. Yes, I am transgender. Just thought one puberty wasn't enough. My pronouns are sex E, and that means if you speak Spanish, you can bring a friend. I'm a bisexual woman. I think it's pretty great most of the time. I know I'm bisexual because I get really, really horny when I spend money. And I know I'm a woman because I need you to tell me I'm skinny. I'm skinny on the inside. I was assigned fat at birth. I was a very fat little baby. I was like 9 pounds or something. Just absolutely ripped up my mom's vagina. She had to get reconstructed. I don't know. I'm like Nancy Reagan in that I like to suck dick. Unlike Nancy Reagan, I'm a feminist. So when I suck dick, it's for women. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, sometimes it makes me feel as brave as the troops, you know? You gotta suck dick for women. I've been on hormones for a while now, a couple years. And I've noticed some changes in my body. Like, I smell different and I can have multiple orgasms. Mostly that just means disappointing people multiple times. And unfortunately, the next new crop of special things have come up, which is I don't produce semen anymore, and also I have erectile dysfunction. So it's like I'm just super disappointing, you know what I mean? But that's okay. Still got hands. Woo. I got sick of being called a mediocre white man, so I'm transitioning to be a basic ass bitch. Most people I didn't realize how well I passed until I started presenting this way. Most people can't tell until I open my mouth and tell them that I'm Mexican. I'm actually half Mexican, half white invader. And what that means is that I'm simultaneously stealing an indigenous person's land and someone's job. I'm so clean. I'm so clean. I wash my hands before, during, and after when I use the restroom. I was hanging out with a friend the other day, and we were both at the same barbecue restaurant, and we both got the same thing. It was the burnt ends and the baked beans. I thought the burnt ends were okay, but the baked beans absolutely sucked. So I asked my friend why he even brought us there, and honestly wasn't super happy with his response because he was like, the burnt ends, that's why we came here. Because this dude really thought the ends justified the beans. Thank you. Being transgender, that's when you don't listen to your parents all the time. Being cisgender, that's when you have a way wider dating pool. A transmission is the gear shifter in your car. A cismission is a couple of guys in nice suits going door to door. A transaction, that's when you buy something. A cis action, that's misgendering me. A transient, that's somebody who wanders around a lot. A sissient, that's a really weak ant. A transgression, that's when you hurt somebody. A cisgression, that's my cousin Gretchen back home. I walked into a Subway the other day, and the guy had a ball gag in his mouth. It is in the name, of course, Subway. So when I tried to start ordering my regular sandwich, my Italian, and he asked me a question, he goes, and so I just say yes, because I thought he asked me if I wanted my sandwich toasted, and then he starts breaking out the baby oil. So I duck out. This lunch buying conversation has gotten too weird, and I try to go to Domino's. But they were all dressed in leather, and when I tried to get a pizza, they called me a gluttonous slut. And I don't think that one was for me either. This next joke is only for super nerds. What do you call a pill popping mastermind? Ozymandias. Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. This is my impression of a guy who doesn't know what a dog is. Oh, fuck, a wolf! This is my impression of somebody who really loves Law and Order. Oh, fuck, Dick Wolf! This is my impression of a furry. I'm gonna fuck that wolf! What do you call it when you go into the psychic's office and they won't stop telling you that the problems that you have are the same problems they have? Astral projecting. My butthole is the exact same as a golden retriever's mouth. Full of tennis balls. I too can hold an egg in there without breaking it. And I need to brush it or I get gingivitis. Why don't trans women make very good hunters? Because they're always shooting blanks. Thank you. My sense of humor is so dry, you can store rice in it. Stealing your joke. Israel is only the Holy Land because they've been bombing it so much. I love that one. That one's so fun. I am really mentally ill, but you knew that because I'm on stage right now. in my mental illness, I've tried a lot of things to try and help that. I've been on a few different medications. I've noticed that a lot of times they either sound like the name of a spell or the name of a wizard. You know, like you're gonna get a knock on your door and Zoloft the wizard's gonna pop out from behind a bush. Hello, I can cure your depression for a price. And then the price is erectile dysfunction, which I already have. So it's just like, you know, I need to get some, I'm gonna get Viagra from my doctor next chance I get. You can do that. You can, it's fun. You can, and you know what? The government's gonna pay for it. Because I'm on Medi-Cal. Fuck yeah. Honestly, I love sucking at the tit of the nanny state. You know what I mean? Like, come on, give me that Viagra, give me the hormones. I honestly think crack should be legal and free, but specifically just for people on Medi-Cal. I think if you make enough money, you should have to, it'd be like a progressive tax, you know, like those kind of those really, really industrious crackheads who make 50 grand a year. You know what? I think it's time to start paying for your crack, buddy. You know, some guy he manages to build a tree house in like an hour and a half. That guy, that's who should be paying for the crack. I'm kind of like a magic eye painting where if you look at me and cross your eyes, you can see a woman. That one's a fun one. I know I have commitment issues because I dodged a 5150. Thank you. That's a good one. Every once in a while, I say a phrase, which I imagine is just like, there has to be an equivalent to this phrase for every generation, right? Which is, I should start streaming, right? You know, like in the 50s, you weren't saying, maybe I should start streaming. You were going, maybe I should buy some chickens. Because I honestly, I think chickens are like the streaming of household hobbies, you know? Just walking into the hen house being like, all right, who's got some Twitch coins for me? Who's got some eggs? Walking in the Twitch chat, who's got some eggs for me? That's a fun one. I definitely, I'm a bit argumentative. Like, I'm the kind of person that walks in and starts a fight with my psychiatrist. Because it's just like, you know what? You're projecting. I already made a projecting joke. I've been thinking recently about how, like, S&M is kind of a weird thing to be into. Like, what do you mean you want to master? Like, what do you, like, Igor? Like, yes, master! Hit me with the whip again! Shock me with the lightning! Frankenstein! I don't know. Every day I wake up, and you know what I'm doing? I'm grinding. I have breakfast. I'm grinding. I have lunch. I'm grinding. I have a mid-afternoon nap. I'm grinding. I have dinner. I'm grinding. And what am I grinding? Apparently my teeth, because it's the amount of fucking cavities I have. Yeah. I'm so young that when I grew up, I didn't get told which of the ears you have to have pierced to be gay, so I just got them both pierced. I was like, I need people to be certain. I need people to know for a fact. If you don't look at me and think, that person's had a cock in their mouth, I don't know what's wrong with you, you know? Like, that's what you should be thinking. Do you think, this one, second joke for super nerds, do you think the Burger King sought papal legitimacy? Thank you. Absolutely. I love having a super nerd in the audience because he got my Watchmen joke, and he gets my history of Europe joke, European history joke. I like to sleep around because my bed isn't super comfortable, you know. Like I'll get into one bed. It's a new partner, and it's like, this one's too soft. Try a new one. This one's too hard. Try another one. For some reason, this one smells like my ex, you know? Like, so I always end up back in the uncomfortable. It's like I have a bed frame, it's just broken. Have yet to get it replaced. Like, that's the thing. It's like people should have standards, right? You know, like, be with somebody with a bed frame at least that's not broken, you know? But hey, you know, we all have things that we're willing to look past to really see the person for who they are. So I'm gonna here's this open question to the crowd. What's your favorite way to say no to sex?
You tried.
What? Ma'am, what did you say?
You tried.
You tried. That's a pretty good one. Mine became. I'm decided to start practicing celibacy. I've decided to give up sex entirely because the sex with this person was so bad. I do feel like it is the most George Costanza thing I have ever done. Because this chick was like, so do you want to, like, I'm ready. And I was like, I'm sorry, I've decided to start practicing celibacy. Maybe another time. It's one of those things that I really don't think I'm a good person for. All right, what else I got? Diet soda and vaping are pretty similar. You know, like they both look kind of dorky, but you get the cancer anyway. All right. Thank you very much. I've been Jane Alexandria.
Let's keep it going one more time for Jane Alexandria, everybody. Hell yeah. Don't forget, you can follow any of these comedians home after the show. It's really scary for us. Or I guess you could follow us online. That'd be cool if there was like an OnlyFans, but it's like for people following you. You don't know you have the page. It's like the Peter Nelson fan page, and it's just a bunch of photos of me from behind or from a distance through a window, you know? You guys ever have that problem where you go to send someone a text and then you forget that you never sent it, but you still register that you sent it? I've been having that problem where I forget to text someone something really important, and then they ask me, I'm like, I sent you that text, and it's not there. But I've also been getting the other side of the coin. It's been kind of an issue. Is sometimes I'll be scrolling through my regular social media feed, and then like on a picture of a thirst trap, I'll see a comment I never remembered leaving with all these emojis, and damn, shorty, what a thick baddie. Oh, shit. Fire emoji, peach, squirt emoji, eggplant. When did I leave that? So I have the time, and my brain's just got like those quarter machine bouncy balls going around in it all the time, just telling all the random shit to happen, and they miss a lot. I don't want to be leaving all these emojis when I'm missing serious, important business. You guys following me? Are we doing this? I like to send in 3 different 23andMe's to make it a 69andMe. You guys do that? Guys, we have one more comedian coming all the way down from Crescent City. Don't forget, we got a tip jar out. I need to fuel my alcoholism with it. I'm not sharing any of the money. Thank you guys for coming out. Tomorrow night, we're over at the Arcade of Vets Hall. If you do have fun, we're giving away $20 as a prize to the best comedian. But I'm talking too much. Make some noise for the legend from Crescent City himself, Anthony Lloyd.
All right, Blue Lake, how we doing tonight? Make some noise. That's right, I yell into this motherfucker, so you're gonna hear me. And also, I'm gonna answer yes to your question, and the question is, this is exactly what it looks like when a woman mates with a trailer. That's right, I'm fucking trailer trash, and I know it. Fucked up thing is, no one could afford the trailer, we were just renting it. All right, some stuff I like to start off. I like to share a little bit about myself. I grew up in a dysfunctional family. Did anybody else here grow up in a dysfunctional family? That's more honesty than I was expecting from this room. I'm gonna be honest, I saw all of you when I came in here, so I was expecting 100%, but we got 4, all right. Oh, man. I like growing up in a dysfunctional family. I love dysfunctional people because weird shit happens. Not just the way I dress, but in real life. One of the fun things I learned when you grow up in a dysfunctional family is childhood obesity is not given to you, it is earned. I'll elaborate. What that means is I got paid 2 chocolate bars every time I had to answer the door for the police officers. I'm gonna tell you right now, the cops aren't sure what to do when a chubby 5-year-old answers the door. Excuse me, young man. Have you seen your aunt today? You done fucked up by coming to the door, officer. She's hitting the back fence already. Cops aren't sure what to do with that answer. They're like, are you serious? I'm just like, you give me 2 more chocolate bars, I'll tell you how many fake IDs she took with her this morning. I love it, love my aunt. I love the fact that my parents thought that she was a good babysitter. Right? What's that say about my parents? They were like, what was their vetting process for babysitters? On meth, currently coming off of it. That's the best we got. All right. She'll take care of you. She runs fast. Only problem is they forgot her arms are like 12 inches around, so she couldn't pick up the baby to run. You know, you're kind of just left there. You know, you learn a lot about your life when your aunt uses you as a human shield to get away from the police officers. You know, as she's running and she just fucking throws you to the side, you know? Some kind of fucked up landmine, the cop's not sure which way to go. You know, the cop's got a split second to be like, do I grab the kid or grab the tweaker? I don't know. That's why my head's flat in the back, so we can guess what the fucking cop picked. It was a fuck it, kid's just bouncy, he'll bounce, he'll be fine. Oh, dude, my aunt's a fucking character, man. But it's not just her. Like I said, I grew up in a dysfunctional family, so they're like all on par for being crazy. Most kids in America, you know, we grow up, we learn how to ride bicycles, we learn how to play baseball. I learned how to take apart a car to steal the catalytic converter. That was my second job. The first job was to look cute and be like, cops are coming. Oh, shit. You know? It's back before we had fucking phones, you know, they could just dial it in. We had to have a kid yell some kind of crazy-ass code word, you know? But you forget I'm fucking 5 years old, so I don't know what a code word is. I'm just like, law enforcement! You see fucking half the block is running away now. I'm like, shit, are these all my relatives? I don't recognize half of them. Yeah, dude, it's fucking wild, man. Not only did my family teach me how to fucking steal catalytic converters, they also taught me other very valuable life lessons. Because I grew up in a rural area. I'm from the Sacramento Valley. Anybody know where the Sacramento Valley is? Anybody been there? Cool, yeah, there's like 2 people, and it was a half clap because it's exactly what you want to give that. They're all like fucking, yep, I bet this guy does know what bathtub meth tastes like. Fucking secondhand bathtub meth by you, just so you know. Never went straight to the source. But that being said, if you grew up in the valley, there's a lot of farmland, so I not only had regular tweakers in my family, I had like country tweakers. So for some reason, they were able to afford a horse. And I don't know if you've ever seen a cowboy tweaker go into a bar with his fucking horse. But you find out real quick, that's illegal. And they will impound your fucking horse. That's right, you can get a DUI on horseback. Learned that out. Shout out to my Uncle Kenny. I also learned that when they impound said horse, it costs a hell of a lot more to get the horse out of the impound lot than it does your Toyota Corolla. The Toyota Corolla doesn't shit all over the lot. You know? My family's fucking awesome, man. My family does all kinds of crazy shit. Like regular holidays, but just amp that up by like 35%. One reason I'm saying 35%, you all said you came from dysfunctional families. Now imagine everybody being crazy and bringing children to the party. I'll go first when I talk about that. What I mean is, my father was a great man. He decided it was really kosher to take a 5-year-old to a bar on Christmas Eve because he was a bartender and couldn't get a babysitter. I love that the dude wearing the metal fucking sweatshirt was like, my dad did that shit too, bro. Okay, what's crazy though, it was like a fucking really small bar, so there's like nobody in the bar except for one drunk dude talking shit to my dad, who by the way is on probation for fighting people and fucking the mall Santa Claus on Christmas Eve, right? So my dad's like, I want to fuck this guy up, but I can't because I'll go to jail. So as a kid, I don't know what my dad's doing, but he's like sliding some shit over to the mall Santa Claus. And I found out he was paying the mall Santa 5 free drinks to beat the shit out of the dude at the end of the bar for him, which mall Santa proceeded to do. I have never seen a Santa move so fast and throw so many rights. Now, mind you, I'm 5 years old. So I just freaked the fuck out. I was like, I heard of a naughty list, but apparently Santa shows up with them hands. He just beats the shit out of you if you're on that list. I was a good boy till I was 13 years old. I just assumed Santa was going to come in through the chimney and just fucking lay it into me. You know? I wish this shit wasn't true, right? But like the best jokes are the ones at the family dinner table. You know, some other fun shit that happens at holidays when you have a lot of tweakers is there's always that one fucking dude in your family that just can't lose at anything. You know what I mean? Anybody got one of those? Nobody in this family's got that person that can't stand to lose at anything? All right, well, fuck, I had one of those. Like, everybody's like, no, dude, all of our families are great. We were all gathered around the fucking Lenora fucking cross. I don't know what you guys do. They're like, we just hugged. Made s'mores. It was a fucking great time. All right, well, fuck that. My family wasn't that way. I remember I was playing, I was playing badminton with one of my uncles, man, and he was missing half a leg. Wasn't to drugs. It was because he's a bad driver. He was in the wrong. I'll say that right now. So he's missing half a leg, and he looked at me, and he goes, hey, man, if you beat me, I'm going to beat you physically. I was like 15. I was like, I'm gonna fucking call cap on this one, dude. You got like half a leg. I don't think you can catch me. By the way, I wasn't always this fat. I used to be in shape. I was like, no way, not a chance. Fuck that. So I fucking crushed him, man. I just beat the shit out of him at badminton. And I don't know what kind of fucked up individual walks around with a pocket full of rocks to throw at kids, but that's the kind of guy my uncle was. Sure enough, I beat him at fucking badminton, and I go to take off running, and he just starts pelting me with rocks, man. You know? And I thought if I got into, like, the public eye, I would be safe, you know what I mean? Like in the front yard. No, he just turned it up. And as he's hitting me with rocks, I noticed the neighbors are coming outside. So I'm like, oh, they're definitely going to do something. They pulled out their fucking Polaroid cameras and started taking pictures. I was like, fuck, dude, this is what those animals feel like when David Attenborough is talking about them. And now, here we have the North America tweaker in its natural habitat as the family members are trying to initiate it in its rights as an adult. He forgot I was 15. I knew how to drive. I came back and took his car. That's right. It took them 2.5 months to find out that I parked that shit in the river. Fuck him. I thought it would be cool though, but my uncle's such a tweaker, he was already on point with that shit. He had insurance dialed. He was like, hey, somebody stole my car. I need a new one. Insurance is like, Mr. Harling, this is the 4th one you've had this year. He goes, I know, I live in a bad neighborhood. He goes, what I love is the insurance agent didn't miss a beat. They were like, will the catalytic converter be missing from this one too? You gotta love when your family's so fucked up that people already have like a sheet for you. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, the Harlings are calling again? Get the boxes. What? They're just things we ask them just to check them off to make our job easier. Were you chased by police? No? Okay. Is your catalytic converter still there? No? All right. They're probably all going to be no, by the way. That's what they tell all the young kids, you know? Like, they're all going to be no. We know at least 50% of them are fucking lies. We saw them in the news, actually, this morning. You ever woken up to a family member being arrested on the fucking public access news? It's always fun, right? And especially because you're the only person that has a functioning TV because you didn't take it apart. You know what I mean? You wake up and your family's like, fuck, I haven't seen Calvin in a while. I'm like, well, if you guys stop taking your fucking TVs apart, you would know he got arrested on Highway 80 this morning for driving his motorcycle naked into a circus. Oh, dude, my family's fucking awesome. They do crazy, awesome things. One of the worst things, though, that I think my family ever did was reproduce. That's right. I'll say it. They all should have got neutered. You wouldn't have ended up with fucking comedians working on a Wednesday trying to sell a little bit of skin. That's right. I knew I was coming into a casino. I didn't bother to wear the bottom part of my pants. I fucking know how it works. I'll be walking out of this place with no shirt on by the time I leave. Figured I'd do the casino fucking a justice here. Be like, hey, don't worry, I'm already halfway naked, so when you take the rest of my clothing and money, it'll be easy for you to escort me off the premises. Oh, dude. You know, another fun thing about growing up in these kind of fucking volatile situations is you're not sure who to believe. You know what I mean? When somebody tries to tell you what's right, what's wrong. So it made it really fucking hard for me to understand what religion was growing up. Because I had, every night, I swear to God, I would just hear, oh my God, please snort some more, oh my God. So I was like, fuck, I don't know what God's doing, but apparently he likes to snort. Fun fact, I'm atheist. Oh, dude. My family does wild shit, dude. You know, and what I think would be better is as I got older, I thought it would mellow out, right? Like people would mellow out. Turns out, when you start doing meth at the age of 15, there is no mellow switch. It's just, am I in prison or not? There's no fucking in between. And that puts me into the next part of my bit. My aunt, the one that threw me at cops, it took fucking her 23 years in the great state of Texas to take her down eventually. That's right, she was on the run for 23 years. How do I know this? Because I fucking went to jail. She used my identity. What does that say about how my aunt looks? Right? I show up and they're taking my ass to jail. All right, Marcy, let's go. Well, like, not my name, but this is going to be a fun story. And it is. I found out a lot about myself in jail. I found out I like jail. That's right. I've never had so many in-shape men give me so much attention at once. Does anybody else know what it's like to have 4 sugar daddies? That's right. I didn't have to pay for a single fucking top ramen in that bitch. Anybody know what Kegels are? We got a couple of ladies that are shaking their heads and a lot of confused guys. I would like to say that I learned what Kegels were out here in the free world. Turns out there's more to jailhouse workouts than fucking burpees. You know, it was hard for me when they were getting ready to release me. I didn't want to leave, you know. I found out, like, on the streets, I'm a 3. In the pen, I'm a jailhouse 10. Didn't want that. Didn't want to go back to being a 3. I went kicking and screaming, you know. The fucking correctional officers weren't sure what to do. They were like, what the fuck? Like, you get to hit somebody. And I was all like, I've been in here for fucking 6 months. I'm not going to break a nail. I know my place. But they let me go, right? I had to go. I couldn't stay at fucking boyfriend camp anymore. They released me, and I noticed that I was getting sad, right? Because, like, some days I'll be walking down the street and I'll hear, like, a whistle. You know, I'm like, where the fuck is that coming from? And then I realized it's been a long time since I've been in jail, so I'm just loosening up. I've been slacking on my Kegels. You know, it's fucking crazy. Is I haven't been in trouble with the law in 10 years now, ladies and gentlemen. 10 years, haven't been in trouble with the law. Hold your fucking applause. I'm a comedian. That just means I'm good at fucking sucking dick. I'm kidding. They're all straight. Oh God, dude, I've been out of so many tickets, dude, by flashing some tits. And it's great because I've done a lot of crazy shit in my life. Getting tattooed is one of them. So I got this tattoo that says Power Belly tattooed across my stomach. But I thought maybe that's not wild enough. Maybe I should spice it up, especially when I'm trying to get all those tickets. So I got Yum Yum tattooed under my nipples. The only problem I'm missing is I should have got a question mark behind each of them, you know? That way when I'm getting pulled over, I'm like, yum, yum. I'd be surprised how many times that's gotten me out of a ticket, dude. Cops aren't sure what to do when a fat man just has yum, yum tattooed under his nipples. Like, what the fuck? What I love is their first go-to is like, hide the body cam and take my wedding ring off. So now that we're doing this, oh, man. I also don't drink as much as you think I would. Reason to say that, I just fucking bashed my tooth against that glass, you know? Didn't need to tell anybody that. I thought I'd just give a perfect service announcement. That's right. I look the way I act. Fucked up. Oh, man. My family's not all crazy, though, right? We had some people that were pretty legit in my family, like some people that were awesome. My grandfather was a World War II veteran, wasn't too crazy. He used to give me really golden wisdom, you know? His number one thing he would say, he'd go, Anthony, one day I'll make it out of this fucked up family. He died like 4 weeks later, so congratulations, Grandpa, you made it. Trying to follow suit. Except I don't want to die. I just want to like fucking change who I am, you know what I mean? So my family doesn't recognize me. But I couldn't figure that out. So I found out the next best thing to get rid of your tweaker family. Just loan them $20 fucking, dude, and they'll never visit you again. Every family reunion, I'm walking around, pay me back, pay me back, pay me back, pay me back. I'm shuffling the 20s out, dude. I haven't seen a family member in fucking 10 years. Except for when I go to jail because of them. Yeah, dude, pretty great family I grew up in. My father, he got better, right? He went from paying Santa Claus to beat people up at bars to actually becoming a drug and alcohol counselor, like getting clean. He's been clean for 30 years now. That does deserve a clap, thank you very much. And that's where we should fucking stop that. Because just because you're clean doesn't mean you're not crazy. And it's getting better because he's getting older. And when old people fucking start losing their minds, they start doing crazy, weird shit unintentionally. And that's what makes it the best. My dad recently got audited by the IRS. That's right. And they were like, excuse me, Mr. Harlan, I'm gonna need you to turn in your tax information. And my dad goes, yes, sir, I will turn that in. The IRS called him back a week later and was like, I don't know if you know this, Mr. Harling, but you didn't give us your tax information. You gave us a certification from your job saying you understand what sexual harassment is. And my dad goes, yeah, I see you right now, and you're sexually harassing my bank account. So I'm gonna need you to back up. That's what I wish he said. But he's so fucking old, the only response he had goes, huh, that's nifty. Which I feel like threw the fucking IRS agent off way more. He was like, what? Like, he just hung up. He was like, all right, I guess fucking... He called them back a half an hour later. He was like, no, I still need your information. You owe us money. And he goes, my son will handle that. And so I've been on the phone for the last 2 weeks dealing with the IRS. Which sucks because I haven't got my shit together. So when I gave them my name, they were like, hey, wait, as a matter of fact, we needed to call you. We haven't got tax information for your entire adult life. I immediately didn't know English. No sé. Antonio, no sé. No, Antonio. They were like, no, you were just speaking English to me. No. Just fucking hung up and used my mom's maiden name. I'm like, I am a Perez today. It doesn't work either because my mom's hella white too. She's Mexican, but like, I don't think she's ever seen a field before, let's be honest here. She married into a tweaker white family, which on paper, when my mom met my dad, he looked like somebody out of fucking the Bee Gees, right? Like, they're like, oh, look at this white boy with his bell bottoms looking so nice. Ma'am, are you okay? You look like you're being held hostage. No? Okay, sir, do you need help, sir? Yeah. All right, everybody, remember, exits are to the left and right, so when you hear a claw, or you know what's going on, dude. They've actually been casing the place for 3 weeks. I know because I work with them. No, but my dad, he does crazy shit now that he's older. Recently, not crazy shit, but like he's starting to fall apart, right? So recently my father had a heart attack, ladies and gentlemen. There were good things and bad things about my father's heart attack. Good thing is, he lived, everybody. Okay. Bad thing is, he lived, everybody. Yeah. Guess who doesn't get a summer home? This guy. It's also really weird when you're redacting an insurance policy you took out on your father when he's in the same car as you. No, he made it. It's okay. Take it off. Another thing about my dad is he's starting to get like dementia, right? Like he doesn't like remember things the way he does. But that's kind of fun for me because my dad loves Bigfoot and like UFO shit like that. And we have a pretty substantial property. So I just bought a Bigfoot statue that I had on the property once a week. That way he can find Bigfoot every week, you know? It really brings him joy. And what I do is I just move it every week. And he's also old, so he doesn't know how to work a phone. So I'll fucking delete the pictures and be like, what are you talking about? You never found Bigfoot? This is blurry. You know, really making him feel like he's part of the team. So he's the best part of my tweaker family. I'd like to think that it didn't translate to me, right? Like I was gonna be above being crazy. That's not at all what happened. I'll go first, ladies and gentlemen. When I was in high school, I used to sell drugs. I know, shocker. And I don't think I was good at it because the cops were always kind of like, that dude clearly sells drugs, right? Wasn't more sure that they knew I sold drugs than that time they chased me down. And I found out 2 important lessons. One, it's nice to have a fat ass. until it's not nice to have a fat ass. And what I mean by that is, as I was crawling underneath this fence to get away from the cops, my ass got stuck. So I was just screaming for my friend to help me, like, please help. So my friend runs up, and my fucking luck, it's the one in shape cop, you know? The dude that just got out of the academy. He's fucking running like the Terminator down the street, you know? So as my friend's pulling me out from underneath this fence, this cop is hopping it. Okay, but he was too in shape for his own good. Because as he hopped the fence, he was ready to tackle me. He failed to see that my pants and my underwear had come off. So when he tackled me, as a 16-year-old boy, I just started screaming, help, help, I'm a minor, help. Never seen a cop get off of a suspect so fast. He got off of me and put his fucking hands up. I did go to jail later. What I love too is that the cops had a nickname for me when I went in. And I was gonna be like, yeah, it's gonna be something funny, right? They just called me Dimple Butt. And I was all like, that's a little fucked up. Y'all commenting on a 16-year-old man's ass. Whatever, I know what kind of county I grew up in. Speaking about being 16 and being young, every young man thinks they're gonna be a performer the first time they have sex. I love how the girls are laughing. They're like, the fuck you guys are. You know, you think you're gonna perform, you think you're gonna be really good at it. I found out the hard way. My girlfriend at the time took a taxi cab over to my house. She left the meter running. It cost her $5 to get home. I don't know about you, but that's not a big price tag for a cross-road or cross-town trip. Yeah, that one hurt. But I thought I was going to get better, right? I was like, fuck it, it's not going to be as bad as the first time, right? Anybody ever dated out of their league here? I'm clearly staring at a couple guys in this room. I need hands to come up. I saw you when you walked in. But yeah, the next girl I dated, man, I thought it was going to be awesome, you know, but she was way out of my league. Both in looks and in kinks, right? So we're having sex and she looks at me in the middle of us having sex and she goes, I need you to fucking hit me right now. That's the right reaction. I just stopped and looked around the room like somebody was going to tell me the proper procedure. There was nobody there. So I just slapped her on the stomach as hard as I could. I became single shortly after that. And my dating life is fucking crazy. Anybody been on a date where you didn't know you were on the date? Yeah, I had that happen to me once. I didn't realize I was on a date until 15 minutes of this cop frisking me when he shoved his thumb in my ass. Yeah, weirdest 4-year relationship I'd ever been in. Yeah, but I got better as I got older. I think, not in sex, I'm still exactly what you would expect from a guy that looks like he's been in gay porn. Like, I'm there, but I could be the cameraman. But my life did start getting a little bit more mellowed out, and it's mainly because I started having health condition problems. Like recently I had stomach surgery, and does anybody know what Go-Lite is? Anybody know what X-Lax is? Okay, it's a gallon form of X-Lax. It's just a whole gallon. They tell you to drink it, and it clears your system out for the surgery. Allegedly. You know where's a bad place to learn that it didn't work? When you're on the operating table and you sneeze. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. That's shit all over that gurney. I found out a very important thing about my doctor that day. He's ride or die. He didn't tell a single person in that hospital I shit the bed. They all just smelt it. You know, as I get older, I start realizing that I just don't like people anymore, you know? I see people, I'm like, fucking, I don't even know you, but I'm annoyed. Like, I'm 85 when I'm 30, you know? I'm like, I don't like you. I started noticing that when I was at the laundromat, and there was this little kid just running around, being a child, right? Screaming, being crazy. And my girlfriend's just sitting next to me. I'm looking at this kid, and I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And his mom goes, baby, calm down. I'll give you some coffee. That way you're calm. Yeah, that's gonna fucking work. I'll tell you what did happen. It's 5 minutes after this kid drank some coffee. He's like, Mom, I gotta poop. There's no bathrooms in our laundromat. So she was like, no, baby, we need to finish doing laundry. Just hold it. He goes, okay. 5 minutes later, Mom, I need to poop. My girlfriend looked at me and she goes, oh my God, what is this poor mom gonna do if this boy just shits his pants? I looked at her and I go, another fucking load of laundry? You know, if there's something I can leave everybody with tonight about my set, this is my public service announcement at the end of my set, is in today's modern age, we have the internet, we have all that kind of shit, Instagram, Facebook, OnlyFans, all this shit where it's just like really hot people trying to tell you this is how you need to live your life, this is how you need to be. So it makes it hard to actually love yourself for who you are. Unless you have a Google search bar in about 30 seconds. I'll go first though. It's not what you expect. It's a lot kinkier than what you would expect. When I type in fat guys with beer bellies, the first thing that pops up is just a dude pouring gravy all over his stomach. And this is the part of my bit where I'd like to tell all of you, please follow me at hashtag Captain Gravy Belly at onlyfans.com. Every dollar helps. All right, you've all been amazing. My name's Anthony Lloyd, and you can actually follow me at Instagram, Captain Gravy Belly. So have a good night, y'all. Drive safe.
Hey guys, that's the whole show tonight. Don't forget to ask Blue Lake Casino to do some more comedy in the future. Come out to other Humboldt Comedy shows. You can find them online at HumboldtComedy.com or Humboldt Comedy on Instagram. I now invite all the comedians who perform. Oh yeah, we got a tip jar out.
Please tip us. I really don't want to have to go home and spread it for my OnlyFans.
Yeah, I'm not.
Really help out.
I promised myself I wouldn't pay